Good afternoon, current and future homeowners. One of the biggest questions I've been getting recently is what will the rate increases do to the selling and buying of homes over the next few months? I'm going to dig into that a little bit, but first I want to go through some of the statistics from March and current through the year for Cabarrus County and the entire Canopy MLS, which is basically the Charlotte and surrounding areas. So in March, Cabarrus County had a median sales price of $371,170 per home sold. So that's about a 21% increase, almost 22% increase from 1 year ago today when it was only $305,000. For the entire MLS, we had a jump from $305,000 to $365,450, which is about a 19.8% increase, so just under 20%. In the average sales price, we had an increase of 19% in Cabarrus County up to $386,000 and an increase to $429,890,000. So what that means, we had about a 15% increase throughout the entire region and a 19% increase just in Cabarrus County alone. Why is there such a disparity? Why $429,000 for March? Well, we had about 14 homes over $3 million sell up to $6 million. So that's going to increase that average price while not necessarily bringing up the median price. For the year to date, we had $355,000 in both the region and Cabarrus County. We also had $368,000 in Cabarrus County for an average and $411,000 year to date for the entire region. That's about a 15% increase in the entire region, a 20% increase year to date for Cabarrus County. Those are large numbers. So when you ask me about a 5% rate, you've got to look at these numbers and why those numbers are so high. I just had a buyer get under contract last week. We won over 20 offers. So 20 offers on the table. The rate increase didn't obviously play much of a role there. We are seeing a little bit of decreasing buyers in the market just because of that rate increase. However, there are so many buyers and investors in the market, I don't see a huge difference happening. That being said, if you're looking to buy or sell this year, now may be the best time as we go into the selling season, right? So in March, in Cabarrus County, we had a 5% increase in new listings from a year ago today. However, that's only about a 20 home difference, so really no major difference there. And we had a 6% decrease in homes across the entire MLS, or the Charlotte region. We went from 997 homes to only 937 homes hitting the market. The days on market is about 16 days in Cabarrus County with a 26 days in the rest of the area. Now, a lot of people will say that doesn't make much sense. I've seen homes going under contract in 2 to 3 days. That's true. What's the difference there is the homes that are priced appropriately to sell and some that are way overpriced and sitting on the market, having to chase the market down and maybe not getting their full value out of their home. So pricing is very important. When I come in and have a discussion with somebody about selling their home, we're going to talk about pricing and what's going to get them the most money for their home. And pricing is one of a few strategies that we use to get that done. Right now, we only have about 9 days of supply for the Cabarrus County area, while we have about 15 days of supply for the entire Charlotte region. So it's still a very strong seller's market. Typically, once you get to about 4 to 6 months of inventory, that's when you start to get into a neutral market. Over 6 months of inventory is when we're starting to move into a buyer's market. So we're a very far way away from that. As a matter of fact, in February of 19, we had roughly 30,000 homes for sale on the market. In February of 2022, we had about 12,000 homes. So we have an 18,000 home gap there. We were already in a strong seller's market then. We were probably about 2 to 3 months of inventory at that time. We were preparing for a buyer's market, and obviously 2020 happened and we had a huge slide back even further into this extreme seller's market. So 5% or more interest rates, I think they're coming throughout the year. We're already right around 5%. As those continue to climb throughout the year, which is kind of expected, we're going to see what happens with the prices. They could stagnate a little bit. I do expect them to slow down just a little because, again, there's going to be a lot of buyers who simply aren't going to be able to buy with that higher interest rate because that means an increase in the monthly payment for each one of those homes. So if you're looking to buy or sell, now is probably the best time to do so to get the most out of your home and get the lowest rate as you move into the next home. Or if you're buying right now, again, to get your lowest monthly payment, now is the time to get in and buy. This market is not for everybody. However, we have different packages and I work with different lenders, have different programs to make it easier to get into a home However, there are different things that need to be done to do that. So if you're looking forward to buying a home this year or selling, even if you're not sure, you're just thinking about it, I think it's a conversation that you should have with a real estate professional like myself. You can give me a call and I'm happy to go over it, no obligation, no cost to you, and kind of show you the options that are there. Again, this may not be the market for everybody to get into. However, if you're really tired of renting or you're looking to upgrade or downgrade or get rid of your investment property, this is the time to talk about it, right? Because we're going to see an increase of rates, which means that buyers could fall out of the market even further. And we don't know what that looks like. Could it be a crash? I don't really see a crash coming. However, I do see that 20% can't continue. We can't continue going 20% over the year ago today when we were already up like 15% a year ago today. So I do see that slowing down this year with the increase of rates. And I do see it becoming a little more difficult for buyers who have to borrow money to be able to afford those higher payments. Some will talk to you about the 5% rates being all-time lows. They are all-time lows, historic lows. I bought a home in 2005. I paid 6.25 when that was a historic low. So you can imagine 5% would have made me very excited at the time. I eventually refinanced a 3.25 at a 15-year. And then when I purchased my current home, I got myself into a 3.25. I don't see 3.25 happening anytime soon again. So like I said, we're going to continue to see an increase in those rates. So what does that mean for you? When someone says it's a historic low, I think it's important to also look at the fact that when I bought that home back in 2005, that was a $138,000 home that I purchased as a new construction home. That home today to build would probably be about $400,000. So we can't ignore the price increase. And that's why I do expect there to be some amount of leveling out of that pricing that continues to go up. Like I said, though, we just won an offer against 20 or more other offers this past week. So that means there's still plenty of buyers. That means there's 20 buyers for every one home in that area. And that was in Salisbury, North Carolina. Charlotte is much hotter right now. However, it doesn't make a big difference whether it's 20 offers or 40 offers. Pricing that home is important to get the best deal and the best amount of money for your home. So if you have any questions, give me a call at 704-996-5361, or you can email me at briansteiger@kw.com. I'd be happy to answer any questions. Again, if you want to just know what the value of your home is, what you might be able to get it for it in this market, give me a call, 704-996-5361. Thinking of buying a home, not sure what that looks like? It's very important that you talk to a real estate professional like myself so you can have some idea what to expect, what you need to do, even if right now isn't the time. If you do plan down the line, you would need to have an idea and a strategy already set up for what you're going to do to be competitive in this market. Again, I've got programs that can help you, can make your offers basically into cash offers so you can compete with those cash offers. However, there's some things that need to be done to do that, and I'd love to discuss that with you. Again, give me a call, 704-996-5361, or email me at briansteiger@kw.com. I look forward to speaking with all of you.